right, so I have my image, I have printed it out, and I printed it out in grayscale, so all gray tones, and I have my piece of paper. And of course you can practice this first. We are going to be using our viewfinders, so you're going to kind of figure out where you're going to want your image, what part of your image you're going to want to draw. So it might not be everything. So thinking about where this rectangle falls, I'm going to come over to my paper and I am going to put some grid lines on it. So I'm putting this underneath my paper, and it's really kind of hard to see through it. You can use the light box if you need to, but the idea is just getting kind of a very, let's see, I'm going to use a 2H so I can draw really lightly. And again, if you do this at the light board, it'll be easier, but I just want to see my grid line. Super light, but just so I know where my reference is. And you're going to get to either do graphite or you can do colored pencil for this work. So if you're using colored pencil, obviously you're going to want to save that colored image on your device so you can see it. So I now have my grid line on my drawing paper, super light because I don't want that to stay there. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to attempt to figure out where the best spot is for my image to fall. Now, if there's things that aren't going to fit into it, your paper is obviously larger. So this is just going to help us get this section started, this part that's in the viewfinder. I can always then come and extend the vase if I want the whole vase in it, or if I want the whole hoop in it. But this is going to give me an idea of where to draw things and have them proportioned correctly. So what I mean by that is I would start off kind of with a general outline of where some things are. I'm going to start with this hoop dude. Now I can actually physically measure, or if you remember back when we were practicing some drawing skills, look at the negative space. The negative space is much easier to draw than the positive space. Oh, and also I would go ahead and draw a line, where you placed your viewfinder so that if you go to work again another day, you can easily place that back on your paper. So I'm going to place my viewfinder and I'm looking at the negative space. So it's real easy to see the negative space here. It goes like this, comes around, 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 and around the vase. So I'm going to try to draw that shape and kind of guesstimating how far in that comes. It comes in not quite to halfway, I guess. So like this.